What's up? What's up? Am I frozen in this bitch? I really can't tell. I am frozen.
Yeah.
Fuck
Oh, there you
off.
go. There you go. There you go. There you go.
You see me?
Yeah. Oh no, actually no. You. I just saw you take a drink of something.
You see how the devil tries to stop everything you do, but you gotta have a backup. You gotta have a damn backup plan. I'm telling you, hold the fucking line. That's the power of technology.
Hmm.
See how we can do this easily. I told you, just give me a minute. I had a plan for the backup on your ass. So fuck all the we finna do the intro. Fuck all the dumb shit. You see, I'm still capable of doing what needs to be done. And for
Hmm.
you, this is a big moment. And for Jacen Zhu, he gets the intro. Anyway, fuck that. Maybe not. Look, I'm so sorry that
Oh no,
the system
it's
has
fine.
fucked the system. But we still here and we still live. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Jacen Zhu here. Motherfucking icon in porn history. I mean, I remember my military days. This was a face I frequently remember viewing on those late nights deployed and in the barracks. We all and some friends can account to group sessions, and you were part of the viewing of that. And you've done so much more. You're activist in all of the Black queer life and the LGBTQIA plus and so on and so forth community. And you have the U equals U program. So first off, I want to just get into the whole rip. Tell us about who you are and where your upbringing. What brought you into? How did you slide into the porn actor life?
Yeah. Well, I grew up in West Baltimore. Um, I pretty much moved from Baltimore to a small town in Pennsylvania called York. Um, I was working and I felt like I was like at a place in my life where I didn't depend on my parents anymore. Like I just was like, okay, I can do whatever I want with my life and they just have to deal with it, like it is what
Damn, this
it is.
sounds familiar so far. That sounds like
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, so I decided one day at work, I was just like, I always thought about like doing porn, and I was just like, no, I'm just gonna do it. Like, like let's just see how this is. And it was kind of like a bucket list thing, and I was just like, all right, cool. So I applied for a studio, and they called me back, and so I had to travel from Pennsylvania to New York to do my interview. And then from my interview, I had a shoot that summer in New York, and I ended up from there doing a good job, and they booked me for another one, and Next thing I knew, I was just getting booked for gigs.
What year was this? What year was this?
2016.
Oh damn! So that wasn't that long ago.
Yeah, no, it was yeah, it seems like it's been like forever, to be honest.
And did you do
Yeah,
anything like online, post any videos online before you into an actual studio, or was it just like straight to the studio?
straight to the studio. Yeah,
Oh damn.
yeah, it was
Okay.
nerve-wracking.
Well, bust right into the mainstream.
Right?
Do your parents know what you do now, or do they? Do
Yep,
you,
yep. Yeah, I had a conversation with my dad, and I showed him like, I think my very first article that I did, because I was like, all right, at least like, like I'm doing like something else in the realm of like porn and not just porn. So I can like kind of like sell it to him, because I
right.
like my parents are like very like religious, and like so like they like that is just like no, like what are you doing? And so I was like, all right, this is like butter him over a little bit. And like when he first saw, like it said, the first thing it said like porn star Jacen Zhu, and he was like, "Oh Lord!" Already when I saw it, I was just like, "Yeah, keep reading." I was like, "Keep reading."
Just keep going past the porn,
Yeah,
please.
yeah.
So that's dope. I'm speaking of articles, since I, the first time I read an article of you was when you were featured in BuzzFeed, and it was an article about the epidemic of meth in the gay community, and it's really running amok in the black and brown community,
Hmm.
totally. And I brought that up because I featured that article in an episode of the podcast. Let's see, boom, still capable of doing that. Okay, episode 17, racism, sex, and myth. Shout out to TC of Carnal Creative for doing the graphics on that. And that article was really good. And do you want to just go a little bit? Do you remember the article, or you briefly explained your experience with meth and how people try to use it to control you and all that? So that was good.
Yeah, yeah. When I wrote the article, I was pretty much like like going through like my experience living in Baltimore, and my journey through like meth, and how like uh it was one of those experiences where someone, like a group of people, tried to take advantage of me and really try to cause some type of like harm to me. And so I felt it was important for me to share that, because I know like that, like I'm not the only person who experiences
Right.
this, and really to kind of like shed some light on it, and really get us to kind of like, pay attention to what is going on in our community, because it's such an underground lifestyle that is happening, and no one is really like, aware of it until it's like too late.
Totally. And that's the one of part of the main topics in that episode was Ed Buck, because that kind of
Hmm.
brought the light, which was already we knew,
Hmm.
but it brought the
Hmm.
light to the mainstream and forced it because people wouldn't let off of that. And
Yeah.
so that article was really well. If you didn't do it, I'll put a link to the article after the show so you guys can
Right.
read it. So you because I can get back to capabilities I'm able to do.
Right.
Now, you also have another program, which is the U equals U program. Tell us a little bit. What is U equals U? What is that?
Yeah, so U equals U is this amazing thing that has been discovered through science, is that people who are living with HIV and who are undetectable cannot transmit HIV to their sexual partners. And so well, you already figured out undetectable equals untransmittable.
I was going with the flow. I
Yeah.
was going with you.
So we want to, in collaboration with Prep Squad DC, I started the campaign with Undetectable Man. And pretty much what it is just to put a face to someone who is living with HIV and undetectable. And primarily, I wanted to focus on, Black queer humans, because I think it's so important that, we are the ones running the narrative about U equals U, because we are the most impacted with HIV and AIDS. And so I've, gone to conventions and talked to people and really like, use my platform in porn because people are already paying attention to my naked body. So
Uh-huh.
why not give them some
Uh-huh.
information about, HIV and PrEP and things like that, and really use my platform to really just spread, awareness about certain things. And so that's what I've been doing for like the past like 3 years.
That's a great thing that you're doing, and here is a view of
Yay!
undetectable man. Doo-dum, dum, doo-dum.
I love that outfit so much.
Do, you, I have a thing for superheroes, and that shit is, and even villains too, because
Yeah.
even the villains, they can get it too.
Right.
I mean, what made you want to use? Because I want to talk about undetectable man. What made you decide to give it a character? What made you decide to give him life like that? And
Yeah.
do you see him doing more, like really taking him higher?
Yeah, so I am a fan of anime, and so anything in the realm of anime or cartoons, like I love it, and I think it's a great way to kind of communicate a message to people, especially something on a serious note, because for me, like when I watch anime, learn more from that than like I would if like a show with real people would, say the same message.
Right.
It's just easier later on the palette a little bit. So I thought it was a great idea, and I spoke with the guy at Prep Squad DC, and he thought it was a great idea, and so we ran with it. And so what I want to do is continuously, use this character to be used for, numerous, health departments, health organizations to really like help them kind of like spread the message of you equals you, especially within our community. It would be so dope if it was turned into like a comic book because I would love that so much. I mean, if we could talk about like getting action figures, like oh
Uh-huh.
my, like oh that'd be so sick. But yeah, I mean, honestly, I just think that the sky's the limit for this character because it's fun, but it's also educational. It's almost like a Captain Planet, like it's like yeah, we're having fun, but we're kind of talking about something a little serious here.
I love Captain Planet. He's our hero. He's chasing
Right.
pollution down to the fucking zero.
So dope.
I love that idea. And when you said a spokesperson for the whole thing, it made me think of like it could be like the Smokey the Bear or what's that bitch? Scruff McGruff, the crime dog.
Yes, like please put this in commercials. Like that would be so
For
dope. Like
PSAs and shit. Yeah.
yeah, oh my God, that'd be so amazing.
Now I did have the video of the series of Undetectable Man, but since we've having technical difficulties and I can't play it right now. So
Okay,
I do apologize about
no
that.
worries, no worries. It's
Now
on my page.
I'll link that shit after this motherfucking shit.
Yeah.
And you talking about getting into porn, being open about that, and you are pretty openly expressive with the type of people that you do porn with, that you're interested in. It's not just one margin of people. You're
Hmm.
open to an array of nationalities, skin colors, sizes, all of the things,
Yeah.
which is not pretty common in your industry.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be polite and politically correct as possible. I
I
got to
know.
word this right.
Right.
How what made you think that you just wanted to be sexually free? What made you live unapologetically? What gave you the strength, the boldness enough to do so?
Yeah, I guess just like over the years not being that and like kind of like trying to like conform to like what everybody else was doing while, I was living my own like separate life, kind of thing, because I didn't want people to know this is what I'm into. Um, I just got to a point where I was just like, I'm old enough, like I don't really care as much, like what I'm into is what I'm into, and that's great. It's great to have like that freedom to be able to express myself, through this sexual like lens and really be free about it. And really, it has opened me to be able to have like conversations like when I'm like engaging with like, my sexual partners and they ask about, what's your status at the moment, or if they say something that, is places stigma, like I can have those conversations, with ease because I'm like relaxed and cool while like they're freaking out. I'm like, oh, don't take offense. And I'm just like, no, 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 chill, chill, chill. This is great. Like, this is awesome because now we have a moment to like really like talk about something, and it's gonna make sex like a lot better like once we're done because we're literally being open and honest with each other. And so like I think that's really what it has allowed me to do. And it's also allowed me to be able to communicate what I like. Before, like when I was younger, I would just like have sex with people and they were doing it, especially if I was like a bottom, like they would be doing it wrong. And I'm just like, oh, I'm just gonna lay here and just do this. And now I'm just like, no, bro, like this is like, let me do this, or like I'm gonna maneuver you here, and like this is where you gotta go, and like that's because it's like it's not for just my benefit, it's for your benefit as well too. So
Hmm.
it's like
Hmm.
just being able to like communicate that is that's what this industry has given me. Like it's given me that liberation.
I very much agree. I feel like bottoms and or tops to definitely communicate if things to communicate what you want. If you have a
Hmm.
partner, someone, explain, coach them to the things that feel good to you. Don't just be like, oh, go along with it, and then later you bring up,
Hmm.
well, I hate when you do this, and I hate this
Hmm.
shit. You're not fucking
Yeah.
me right. You're
Hmm.
not hitting that spot. So
Hmm. Hmm.
you need to coach your partner,
Yeah.
let them know.
Yeah.
Don't just hold that in. And you
Uh-uh.
have a video on your page that you're talking to somebody. I think it was just after y'all got fucking, y'all were done fucking, and he brought up about clean and unclean. And you're like,
Hmm.
you shouldn't tell us the problem with asking saying, are you clean, and that kind of stigma.
Yeah, yeah. I think people like kind of just don't think about it, but like if something is if you're asking someone if they're clean, then you are making an assumption, that the flip is that they're dirty otherwise. And so, when people ask me that question, I tend to be like, yeah, I shower, like because
I am
uh
clean.
that is actually like that makes more sense than like
Right.
talking about like sexual STDs or someone's HIV status, and so a lot of people don't really put that forethought about like, hey, is this like actually placing some stigma on someone, or they don't have the awareness or the confidence to be able to be like, hey, uh, what's your HIV status, what's your, STDs. And it's like that is like makes people like weird and everything like that to actually put a name to what this is. And it's just like, no, it's okay to say that. Like it's all right. Like it's a thing, and we're engaging in this thing that we should talk about, things that can happen within us, connecting like this. And so when I hear clean, I just feel like, all right, I'm saddened that you use that, but I'm also going to tell you why you shouldn't use it, and I'm going to give you the option to decide moving forward if you're going to use it or not.
Hmm.
But if you decide not to, then that's on you, and that's unfortunate. But if you change your mind and really think about what you're saying, it it makes sense.
I like that you educated that person in the moment, and you didn't hold off on it. Now, I was discussing this with a group of my council, and with the council, I was discussing this, and I was saying that they should teach kids about sex a lot earlier than they do. I feel
Yeah.
that would actually prevent a lot of teenage pregnancies, people unsure what they want to do, how they feel
Hmm.
sexually. And I feel like that is something, I mean, like kindergarten age, at least in your parents, number one, should be telling your kids about this shit, and
Yeah.
school as well. So do you agree, or do you think that's too early?
Yeah. I think that like putting sex ed back in school is so important because we're running this, theme of abstinence and abstinence plus. That's not working at all. Like we're not preparing them for a real world and actual real sex. And I love that people enjoy porn, but we have to be honest is that now these kids are learning how to have sex through porn,
Yeah.
and that's not the best way to learn. Like we're not there to give you like this whole big old like sexual health lesson. We're here to dig into your fantasies and things like that. And so it's unfortunate that we are allowing generations to continuously learn through that way, because what it is doing is also now forcing us as an industry to kind of like look at the content in which we're
Mhm.
producing, which is a good thing. But it's also now you have to understand that you have a government that is also does not support, porn and everything like that, and will try any way to dismantle it as possible. So now you're adding a layer that we have to be, educators on top of providing a fantasy for people who really don't want us here.
Damn, I didn't think of it that way. That you
Yeah.
do have now. I've seen that recently. Back in the day, I mean, especially when the plague and all that was running amok, there was especially no condoms. No, there was just straight, just going at it. But
Mhm.
now I see in porns, have to get PSAs, and it's a lot of
Mhm.
condom wearing, and
Mhm.
some companies only use condoms. It's no raw.
Mhm.
Like, well, I mean, I advocate, yes, promote that, but it's not your responsibility. The
Mhm.
actor's responsibility to do that. Number one, it's your damn parents to teach.
Mhm.
And I wasn't taught the birds and the bees when I grew up.
Yeah.
I learned
Same.
sex through porn.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Learned through porn,
Yeah.
and it's just watching and looking, and it
Mhm.
evolved. Like, okay, I guess that's how you do it, and boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's I don't know if they're gonna. I don't know if they're gonna try to put sex ed back in schools, especially
I
not
hope.
this motherfucker in the office. But
Oh yeah. No. 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 God, we can
he'll
forget
be,
that.
he'll be
Yeah.
teaching
Yeah.
any fucking thing. And what do you have going on next? What do you see? Even amidst the pandemic, I know it's pretty fucking limited the things that you can do. What
Yeah. It sucks.
I feel you same way here. What do you
Yeah.
have going on? What do you feel or hopes to do in the near very future?
I'm hoping that we finally get this under wraps to where I can get back out there. And I mean, don't get me wrong, like the Zoom things are great, but like it doesn't really take the place of like being in person and really fellowshipping with people and bouncing off ideas off of one another in the moment.
Exactly.
Um, yeah, so I'm hoping that everything opens back up and then I can get back out there enjoying life and really, you know, film more content for, my fan site. Also, get back to going to conventions and stuff. I like those things, and it's great to, meet different people where you can network and really, someone could, promote the message, to a different arena and stuff like that. Like all of that is exhilarating, and so. I'm hoping that I can get back to that, and hopefully we can start boosting up Undetectable Man with some new campaigns and stuff. Uh, Especially when I go back to DC, that would be amazing. So yeah.
When do you think that COVID will be a place where we're able to gather again? Like
See
what
y'all next spring.
next spring you think?
Yeah.
Okay, well we'll be hopeful for we'll be hopeful for next spring
Hmm.
to shine some light on us in the COVID situation.
Yeah.
And
That took you.
I was
That's.
literally be like 2020, 2021, but maybe summerish if continue to wear masks and socially distance and shit. I mean, that's what I just want to say. But also, but we're the after show with this is on OnlyFans, but that is not going to be streaming live.
Okay.
But now this right here, that dungeon dominatrix, the what is the rope, the art of the rope tying called? There's a term for that. What is that?
Ah man, see you got the wrong dude. That's I should have been my friend should be here, but I think it's like Shibari or something like that. Yeah, I am not. I ropes for me. It's just like I commend people who can do them. It is a lot of work.
And it's the rope tying is so intricate, and it's just
Yeah,
I don't have that kind of time.
like it's just yeah. It doesn't make it's not a therapeutic thing for me. It makes me more anxious than anything. Like I just like to just strap you down, and that's just about it. Like, I don't want to just be like,
Roping and tying and tying.
yeah,
I
like,
by
but
now.
when I see it, I'm so jealous because I'm like, oh my God, it looks so great.
That's I be like I look at the same way. Like, damn, I wish I knew how to do that. That's
Right?
thing. Okay, wow. But
And I've had it done to me, but like, it's different when you're just laying there getting it done to you. It's like, okay, cool.
how long did that take to tie your ass up like a roasting hog?
It's probably like 15, 20 minutes.
Mm, not long then.
Yeah, no, it's not like, I mean, also, I had two people tying me, so that was
Ah, uh,
yeah, so it's kind of different. You got two people tying. It was just like, okay, cool, you can do that.
well, do you have a message for the young gays, the young queers, the young non-binaries, the young all of these gender
Hmm.
non-conforming people, to a message for them to any secrets you have for success, or just living true to yourself, or just hey, fuck it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess what I've been really doing is more so listening to music and finding inspiration through that. I believe, what are the lyrics? Find your way back. Big, big world, but you got
What?
it, baby.
Why the fuck
Uh,
say that? The fuck did you say find your back? Of all the songs, that is my shit. That song, ancestor tier level, divine. Just the sound of it is heavenly. Find your way back.
Baby.
I got a lot went to that one. I'm sorry.
Right.
I'm so sorry. The technical difficulties, the light going out.
Mm.
Fuck you, Satan. He's trying to destroy what we got going on, but that's why I always have a backup plan.
Okay.
But yes, find your way back. Okay, you can give your advice. I'm sorry for interrupting, but I cannot believe you chose my favorite fucking song off that album and Black is King. If y'all have not seen
Okay.
it, please go and check that out.
Okay. But yeah, that's pretty much my advice, don't let this world drive you crazy. Um, because I mean it will. But you just gotta remember like, what is home, what is authentic, what is real to you, that keeps you like grounded. And I feel like we stress about like, the littlest things so much, like, oh, my house isn't, especially like coming from like, I mean, growing up like black, we always had the house like have to be like spotless. Um, that's not real, like you're living in your home, like live in it. Like you are not a robot. You
Oh,
are not expected to, have a spotless place all the time. Live
uh,
in it. and it's okay. And so like those are things that I'm like learning moving forward, and it's so important because it's just like brought my stress levels a lot down because I'm trying to like keep on like putting on this like perfect image, perfect image, perfect image. This is perfect. This is perfect. This is
Right.
perfect. And it is stressing me the hell out. And it's just like, no, like that's not real. I don't have to be perfect, and I can, still enjoy my life.
You're fucking right about that. And don't you go nowhere. I'm still working with this shit because we cannot be defeated. See how I can do this? I'm gonna show you something real quick. Am I visible? So sorry. It's the devil, y'all. You said that was a dope ass beat though.
Okay.
Static feedback. But yes. Do you feel like you want to get into acting in a more non-sexual sense? Because I mean, I feel like you could do that. Do you have any aspirations of being an actor?
Nah, I don't want to be famous.
If you don't want to be famous, bitch, you are famous.
No. This is enough.
You don't want to be famous. I don't know a gay across from here to the Mason Dixon line that don't know who you are. So you already have infamous. You're infamous. I'll say that you're very much infamous. So don't be look at him blushing and shy, bashful.
Ah,
So
my cheeks.
I see, and it's just like this. So what's next is, ladies and gentlemen, since technical difficulties, I can't play the outro for the show, but I can tag this bitch on the end. I will tag all of Jacen's information and everything. But before I do that, I'm gonna give him the whole screen for you can tell the people where you want them to follow you and all of the things where you can be reached and your organization and what you got going on.
Sweet. All right, so you can follow me on Twitter, which is Jacen_Zhu. I'm on Facebook, Jacen Zhu, and on Instagram. I finally got back on Instagram. That is going to be Jacen Zhu. I know it's a lot of people out there who try to pretend to be me, but there is only one Jacen Zhu, and I'm trying to find out this information so I can give you guys about where you can go to the link. Well, just go to Jacen Zhu, Jacen_Zhu, and you can find it there. Yeah, you could totally find it there. But I think it's like UMan. Uh, Up found it. It's prepsquaddc.org/UMan. There we go.
Boom. And I will tag all of that in here. I'm so sorry of that
Oh no, you're fine. This has been great.
because I'm still going to persevere through this shit regardless.
Okay.
Now, the after show will not be streaming live because YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter, Periscope will not play that shit. They ain't with the bullshit. So you guys, you can see this on exclusively on OnlyFans or just for fans because oh yes, it will be there too on mine and Jacen's page. And I'm gonna try one last time to play this outro.
Come on, come on, come on. You will not be defeated.
Display the profile of this team.
Sweet.
I don't know how I had played on the other end, but it played good for me. Did it work?
I didn't see anything.
Damn! Oh fuck! Oh fuck! See, See how they try to play me on this shit? They did this because of you on here. Biggest. This is. I feel like T.S. Madison when Monique got on the show. Everything fell to shit with Kaya. This right now. But again, the show with OnlyFans will be not these technical difficulties because we will be pre-recording that, and that will be airing on Jacen's and Ours, OnlyFans and Just for Fans, Wednesday. So I hope you guys are blessed and be blessed. And again, you see how we persevere through this show, persevere through your life and all your and trials just like that, because there is a way. Make it work.